All throughout our history, cryptograms have intrigued and amazed us. But the excitement over such mysteries have long since died out, since most of them have been solved, right? Wrong. Here's my list of the top 10 most cryptic unsolved cryptograms. Taman Shud case. Straight into the dead, guys. A corpse was found on Somerton Beach in Adelaide, Australia in 1984. He was wearing a sweater and a coat despite the hot day, and he carried no ID. There was no clue to who he was, and when they ran his dental and fingerprints, nothing came up. The case only got weirder when the autopsy came back, as they found blood in the stomach and enlarged organs, but no foreign substances. A suitcase was found at a train station near the body. They think it belongs to the man. It contained a pair of trousers with a secret pocket. Inside the secret pocket, there was a piece of paper torn from a book and printed with the words Taman Shud. Now, this particular piece of paper matched a very rare copy of Omar's Khayyam's The Rubidus. On the back of the book, there was a scrawled 5 lines of capital letters that seemed to be a code. But no one has figured out how all this is connected. And number 2, Kryptos. See, I would love to be Jim Sandberg, just because he's a giant tease. On November 3rd, 1990, he revealed a sculpture known as the Kryptos, right on the grounds of the CIA, the place known for cracking codes. Now, out of the 4 encryptions, 3 have been solved. The 4th one just stands there, like a giant tease. Zodiac 340 letter. The Zodiac killer had a way of stumping people. Though they have never been identified, most of the taunts they sent authorities have been, except for this one. Zodiac 340 letter has, as the name implies, 340 characters and was sent in 1969. No one's ever figured out what it meant. The Dorabella Cipher. This particular code was sent by cipher enthusiast Edward Alger to his friend Miss Dora Penny. At first glance, it seems like a bunch of nonsense, but with its strange symbols, it has been the subject of many a debate for over a century. Musicologist Eric Sams has claimed to have solved it, but his methods are unproven and his translation is 22 letters longer than the cipher itself. Others don't think the code is text at all, but instead a melody. Chaocipher. Where is the perfect place to hide an uncracked cipher? Why? An autobiography detailing the author's memories of James Joyce, of course. G.F. Barnes inserted his crypto system challenge into the book Silent Years, offering $5,000 to whoever solved it. Here's the kicker. Only 3 people know how the Barnes Chaocipher, the machine used to encrypt the message, actually works. Still, no one has ever solved the code. I apologize in advance for how bad I'm gonna screw up this name. Dagapinyev Cipher. Alexander, that name, wasn't even a cryptographer. He previously wrote a book on cartography. He decided to tackle cryptography in his second book, Codes and Ciphers, in 1939. On the last page of his book, he left a modest ciphergram, stating, upon which the reader is invited to test his skill. The code is anything but modest. It has been uncracked for 70 years, putting this amateur in the same league as the world's best. The Beale Papers. Who wants to be unfathomably rich? Well, if you can solve 2 of the remaining Beale Papers, you can have $40 million in buried gold, silver, and jewels. The story goes that a man by the name of Thomas Jefferson Beale buried the treasure in Bedford County, Virginia. He entrusted the ciphertext to a local innkeeper, and he never returned. After the innkeeper's death, a friend who was given the paper solved one, after 20 years. But the one he solved described the treasure in excruciating details. And the other 2, presumably with the giant X, have never been solved. Shugborough Inscription. O-U-O-S-D-A-V-V. These letters seem innocent enough, right? These letters are carved into a stone monument directly below a mirror image of Nicholas Poussin's painting The Shepherds of Arcadia. on the grounds of Shugborough Hall and Stratshire, England, with no indication to their meaning. One theory is that Pussens was a member of the Priory of Scorn, and that the inscription refers to the location of the Holy Grail. That'd be cool. Another theory states that they are an acronym for Ortoro Ut Onimi Sunt Vanitas et Vanitas Vanitatum, a version of the biblical phrase, "Vanity of vanities, saith the preacher, all is vanity." Chinese gold bar cipher. A series of golden bars were supposedly issued to General Wang in Shanghai, China, and were deposited into the U.S. Bank in 1933. What puts these bars apart is the series of images, strange symbols, Chinese writing, an unidentified script, and cryptograms and Latin letters covering. Because of this, the validity of the deposit is still disputed to this day. Phaistos Disc. By far the oldest item on this list. Phaistos Disc is a clay disc that dates back to the 2nd millennium BCE. Maybe. It is covered in 45 distinct symbols, some of which are easily identified as people, tools, plants, and animals. It was discovered in Crete. Nothing more is known about it. This is because nothing else from the same time period has ever been found like it. So archaeologists haven't been able to give it any meaningful analysis of its context. Alright guys, this has been my list of the 10 most cryptic unsolved cryptograms. Thank you all so much for watching. All links that I've used for this information are in the description below. Thank you guys for being patient with this video. I'm trying really hard to make my videos the best they can be, and I appreciate everyone and their kind comments. Bye!